I have not finished the anime, the last season. I'm halfway through it. So I'm at I think they just finished that exam or like class versus class battles. You know what I mean? That
Yes.
part.
Yeah.
That's the first half of the season. I'm done with that part. And then, Deku activated his new quirk and everyone's kind of scared because he was screaming when he first activated. It was going haywire. And that part's really good. I actually like the way they did some of the animations. They added some stuff to it for sure. I like when studios do that. But now I know the second half of that is supposed to be My Villain Academia. And I guess the reason why I've been dragging my foot as far as watching My Hero Academia's newest season is because I heard they didn't do a good job with the My Villain arc. I heard they kind of like sped it up or cut some stuff out. And
Well,
that.
are you able to hear me?
I am.
So I'll say I haven't watched the most recent season that's out yet. Once again, I did read all of that in the manga already. I do know people that have watched it, people whose opinions I trust, and they are not manga readers, and they said it's like really fucking good. So they really like it. Here's what I'll say: I don't know what happened, but the internet has started to turn on My Hero Academia. I've seen a lot of people just say that My Hero is mid, say that it's not that good. I've heard people say that like Demon Slayer came out and it killed My Hero and My Hero's trash and Demons for whatever reason the internet has just kind of turned on My Hero. I've seen just a lot of hate. It reminds me of like Bleach Naruto days, where the Demon Slayer, for whatever reason, Demon Slayer just became so fucking big, and it's somehow casting a lot of hate toward My Hero, and I don't really know why.
I don't like that. I don't like. I mean, obviously, I don't like that because I'm not a child. So like. People who do stuff like that, where something new comes out and they start shitting on the thing that was popular before it, it's really annoying. And you are right, Kenny. That is a part of anime culture now that I genuinely despise it. I noticed it when, Demon Slayer came out and then everyone was talking about how great it was, best thing they ever seen. And then Tokyo Revengers and Jujutsu Kaisen followed. And I noticed every year, the entire internet anime community would be like, this is the best thing ever. Fuck Demon Slayer, fuck Tokyo Revengers, Jujutsu Kaisen is literally the best thing. The animation is so clean, the story is the best. And I'm like, wait a second. Literally 2 years ago, y'all were praising Demon Slayer for being some of the best shit you've ever seen. And then Tokyo Revengers comes out, you're like, oh, this is so much better. That Demon Slayer show is terrible. And I don't like this flavor of the week thing that's been going on with the anime community. It's really obnoxious. It's really corny. And then people keep posting, and this is really weird to me. But I keep seeing people post, and I don't know if these stats are real, but it'll be like, Tokyo Revengers is the best-selling manga in Japan. And then it'll be like, oh, well, I told y'all Demon Slayer is trash. And like that is not how that works. Like there's just so many bad hot takes right now with the anime community that drive me crazy. Like they're really, really bad takes. And I'm not really sure who's starting them or why it's happening, but it's actually starting to really make me not like the community as much as I like anime itself. Like I'm kind of just getting away from the anime community as a whole, which is really sad because the internet is just making me not like some of the things I see people post with this kind of elitist and gatekeeper attitude towards the best anime or the best mangas and stuff. Like I always say, and I'm consistent about this, that One Piece is the best manga, the best anime or whatever for me, or the best manga for me. And I'm consistent with that. You'll never hear me say anything else. It's always going to be One Piece. But people seem to just jump from new hot thing to new hot thing. So right now, the thing that's being hyped the most is Chainsaw Man. And I'm literally hearing the exact same stuff repeated about Chainsaw Man that I heard about My Hero back in the day, Demon Slayer back in the day, Tokyo Revengers, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's now Chainsaw Man. Now Chainsaw Man is the best thing, and Jujutsu Kaisen is now mid. And it's like, yo, this can't be a thing every couple months or every year where the new thing comes out and people just hype up the new thing and they completely shit on whatever was hype before that. It's really corny.
It's frustrating.
I think what it is that they enjoy like the new instant gratification of whatever the new thing is while they're waiting for the next piece of the old thing.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
I know what you mean, because people basically in between seasons, they start to hate the anime somehow. It's like, you enjoyed it when it was airing and when everyone was talking about it on Twitter and when it was going viral, it was the best thing ever, right? But then you got people who will start to say shit like, well, now that, for example, My Hero is not airing currently. So now My Hero is considered mid because it's not airing currently, and Twitter's not going crazy about Deku versus Shigaraki.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I bet you when Deku and Shigaraki start fighting or they start doing anything in this upcoming season, people are going to lose their fucking minds.
They're like, that shit's mid. It's not trending right now. It's like, what? It's not airing right now.
Yeah, and that's just not how it like. Even if it is airing and it's not trending, that is still not a reason to make it. Like, to shit on it. That I hate. Like that. It's basically like if it's not being talked about by everybody on the internet, like how Demon Slayer was, episode 19, season 1. If it's not that, then they don't want it, and I think that's just corny. It's just not good. Like yeah, go ahead.
Another part of it is like so I stay off Twitter, but my niece would tell me like, oh, the My Hero fandom is real toxic on Twitter, and you know, she tells me things about stuff like other anime she enjoys, like Attack on Titan and Haikyuu, and like Twitter is just a very toxic portion of the fan base that's also very vocal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't know anything about that. You know, I'm not on Twitter. And she's like, well, I'm not going to be on Twitter anymore either. But one day I was on TikTok. I know, shame on me. I'm 20. I'll be 29 next month, and I have a TikTok. But like, they were saying, don't go to this fucking sound, and I was like, oh, what the fuck ever. So I went to the sound. It was the most vile thing I've ever seen from a member of the My Hero fandom. It was just disgusting. I'm not even going to describe it. It was disgusting. And I was like, what is wrong with y'all? And why does your hatred or dislike of a character lead you to do something this literally disgusting?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's
very
like
weird.
Just children on the internet. Like, it's just children on the internet. Like, when YouTube first came out, the things that were on YouTube when YouTube first came out, you're like, why did anyone record that? But that's what it is.
Yeah, somehow it's gotten to the point where, you know, internet trolls have always been a thing since the internet exists, right? Like once people realized I'm behind a screen, I can do what I want, and remain anonymous, it has created a toxic environment and also a really good environment in other places. But I think that it's starting to get to the point where you said something interesting about people voicing their opinions about like negative stuff. I think that the people who voice their opinions the most are people who have negative things to say.
Yeah.
Like, for example, and Silverman brought this up about restaurants and reviews. Most people don't review a restaurant when it's good.
If you go to a restaurant and have a good time, you don't go on Yelp.
Yeah, like you don't write a review on a restaurant. Usually, most people don't write reviews if they had a pleasant experience and the food was good. Most people write reviews and give feedback when shit's bad. And that, you have to imagine, doesn't translate to just restaurants. It probably goes into other things too. Like, I know some people genuinely don't like My Hero. Like, you don't have to like My Hero. There's nothing wrong if you don't like it. I think the people who don't like it now, as Kenny's pointing out, I think the people who don't like it now are just the people who are most vocal. So it's like coming up more often because the people who just hate on things are the people who go viral a lot. Like people just who are angry on the internet. Being angry on the internet is actually kind of like a thing that it makes you viral. Like that is how people go viral often. Oftentimes you look at like the Breakfast Club, for example. Birdman came up there, and that went the most viral of anything that the Breakfast Club has ever done because he was angry.
On my name.
Yeah. It's an angry. All three of y'all like put some respect on my name. That went viral because he was angry. It's always something with like anger that typically gets people interested in something. And I think that the same thing kind of happens with people who think it's cool to just be like angry at My Hero or angry at Demon Slayer, or angry at all these things. Like I enjoy all of these anime. I think that they are fantastic. I'm glad that anime is where it is right now. I think that it is crazy that Bleach is coming back and the animation. Hey guys, if you like this clip, we have full video versions of our podcast episodes available on the IMNerd Patreon, as well as exclusive content.
If you'd like to listen to our full podcast episodes or find us on any other social media platforms, you can do so by clicking the link tree below.